Good morning, friends. Welcome to this full day of food. We are having oatmeal, and so sometimes I get these oatmeal packets from Costco. They're just so nice and easy. The kids eat oatmeal better this way, and then they can easily just make their own. They just warm up some water, measure it, make their own bowl of oatmeal. It is so nice and simple. Elijah tells me he's not a fan of that oatmeal, so he actually got a pot.
I like normal oatmeal better.
You like that better, okay. And sometimes I do still make it in a pot, but today we're doing the packet oatmeal, but Elijah made his own pot of oatmeal because that's what he wanted to have. We're having apple juice, and these are the only two, while Simeon is just finishing up some piano practice. But the boys are up. I have not seen the girls yet, but that's exactly why. I tell you about doing packet oatmeal. That's why. It's almost 8 o'clock. Boys are up. Girls are not. That's often the case for breakfast. We're not eating at the same time. Oh, excuse you.
I think the girls are awake.
You think they're awake, just not down here?
Yeah.
I am sure you're correct. They're just very slow moving in the morning. The kids are done their breakfast. We got all cleaned up from their breakfast, and now I'm gonna make my smoothie for my breakfast. I am going to make this smoothie that I have most days. It is a protein shake smoothie mix. I have it all ready to go. I'll show you what I have in my blender. Down here at the bottom, I pour some almond milk. I don't measure, I just do a bit of almond milk, a couple spoonfuls of cottage cheese. These are frozen strawberries. There's a bunch of frozen strawberries in there. And then I do 1 scoop of vanilla whey protein powder and then 1 scoop of collagen. I just put that up on my Vitamix and blend. Just poured my coffee. Over here, I've got some sourdough I just fed this morning. This is going to be for our lunch today. The kids are just heading outside for a bit, and so I'm just gonna send this container of grapes out with them for a little morning snack. And then I need to come and start making a roast in the Instant Pot for our dinner. Time gets away from me, and I know this roast, it said that it needs to cook for about 6 hours, so it's time for me to get it started. My Instant Pot is heating up here because I'm gonna sear the meat first. So this is the meat I've got. Okay, make sure no juices are spilling there. It is a beef sirloin tip roast. So I went online and found a recipe last night. It's just a different cut of meat. There's so many different roasts you can cook, and different roasts require different cooking times, different cooking methods. So I found a really simple recipe. I didn't want potatoes and carrots and stuff with the roast, and so many of the recipes I looked up were like including extra stuff. I'm like, can I just find a recipe in a slow cooker for just a roast? I don't need anything else. We're having other sides. I just want to cook up this roast. So this recipe is really simple. I just need to first sear the meat. I've got some olive oil here warming up in the Instant Pot. I'll sear all sides, and then down here, while that sears, I also have some mushrooms, onion, and garlic I'm gonna chop up, and that is going to cook with the roast. I think I'll sear this in 2 parts because there's 2 pretty big sections of this roast here. Oh, that is hot. Got a little bit of oil splatter there. I got my apron on. Can't really get a good view of it as I'm to avoid, hopefully, getting any more meat splatters on myself. So I have the second chunk of meat in here. I want to quickly get this going. It's already 11:30, and I need to make pancakes for lunch, which isn't like a super quick lunch recipe either. It'll take a little bit of time. These are the veggies I'm gonna chop. The recipe did call, I think I'm just gonna do it like this actually. I'll do it in slices. The recipe does call for onions and garlic. It doesn't actually call for mushrooms, but I have some mushrooms to use up, so I am doing that. I did some good size, like larger slices of onions and mushrooms, but we're definitely not doing that with the garlic. I am chopping the garlic really teeny tiny. Nobody wants to eat a big chunk of garlic. I'm going to pour a cup of water just around the roast here. It's going to make a nice gravy in the end. I'm going to also sprinkle some pepper. Well, I thought I was filming as I was dumping all the veggies on, and then I realized, nope, I had actually turned my camera off, but there you go. I dumped all of the onions and garlic and mushroom on top there. I have the slow cooker now set to low for 6 hours. I will check it at some point and see how it's doing. And I can change the setting to high if need be to make sure that it's done before supper. Make sure the meat is cooked through. The meat was mostly defrosted, but that bigger chunk of meat was just a little bit frozen in the middle. So I will check on it a little closer to supper and see if it's done. But that's just gonna sit here and cook all afternoon. And I've got to get started on making some pancakes. Here is the sourdough I fed this morning. It's about 3 cups of sourdough. So I'm gonna pull out my recipe. It is the Farmhouse. I don't know why my angles, why am I zoomed in? No, okay. I use the Farmhouse on Boone pancake recipe. It calls for a cup of starter and then all the ingredients with it. I have 3 cups of starter, so I'll triple it and get these pancakes frying because everybody's hungry. Oh, come here for a second. Do you want to show the camera? Come here for a second. Excuse me. Excuse me. Come here. I just want to show you to the camera. You don't need to put the stool up quite yet. All right, this guy who needs to get washed up. You need to wash your hands before you help me. Okay. But he brought me this measuring cup because he got this Love Every kit a little while ago, and it comes...
You say on the pancakes.
You heard me say pancakes, I know. Every single time I make pancakes, he brings me these little measuring cups because in this Love Every kit he got, it came with these little measuring cups, as well as a little recipe book for pancakes. And we've never actually made that real recipe that's in your recipe book because we always do the sourdough ones. But he always comes with these measuring cups and wants to help me. So why don't you grab your other measuring cups too? And then we'll see what ingredients you need and if you can help me, okay?
That's for the honey.
That one's for the honey. Is that what we did last time? Okay, you grab all the measuring cups and we'll see. Okay, sir, tell us about your measuring cups.
Okay.
What's this one?
A whole.
That's 1 whole cup. Yeah, what comes next?
A half.
Yeah, and it fits right inside like that.
And this one?
That one's called a third.
A third.
Yeah.
And a quarter.
And a quarter.
Maybe this is like a base.
Yes. Okay, so put that in. Okay. Let's show everybody how it works. Isn't that such a cute little measuring cup set? I mean, it's a little bit, it's a big old measuring cup, but it's really cute for, has a nice handle for kids. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let me just look at my recipe. I make this so much, I honestly should have it memorized by now, but it does kind of throw me off when, like if we do it on the weekend and Andrew's home, I'll do a quadruple recipe. Sometimes I do a double recipe. Today, the amount of sourdough I have is just enough for a triple recipe, so that's what I'm doing. So hold on, the first thing we need is, we need 3 eggs. So you don't need to measure that. The next thing we need is a 1/4 cup of...
A quarter?
Okay, well, okay, this recipe actually calls for 2 cups of sourdough starter, and so doing a triple is a little bit tricky. That's how old you need to be for what?
Yeah. For doing eggs.
Oh, for cracking the eggs in. Oopsie, I really slopped that one. Wow, even closer. Yep, right there, even a little bit further over. You'll have to kind of put it right against where my feet are, so you have space. All right, you hold the whisk. This is called a whisk. Put your hand on it. And then you whisk, whisk, whisk around and around and around and around and around like that. Good work. I'm gonna get the pan. Is it so easy? I'm gonna get the pan warmed up.
How is so yucky? Oh no, I'm saying cool.
You meant to say cool, huh? It'll be so yummy.
Mom.
What?
Are we having this for lunch?
Yes, we are.
Oh, yay.
We'll have peanut butter and syrup and bananas. We have bananas too that we can have. That would be yummy, wouldn't it?
Inside inside it. I might not have bananas inside it. Maybe next time.
Okay. I have put some coconut oil on the pan here. And I'm just gonna do a 1/4 cup for each of the pancakes.
Down
Hold on.
this.
I'll show you in a second, okay? So first I've got to put all of the pancake batter on.
Maybe I can do next
So
one,
then,
right?
yeah, maybe. The thing is, I want to make it quickly. That's the trick today. And then what that little metal bowl is for is I put the measuring cup in like this. This is always my trick, because then I'm not, like, where do you put a measuring cup when you're in the middle of making pancakes?
Yeah.
It'll sink. It'll sink if I put it in there. So that's my little trick, is that I always stick it inside the bowl.
It's so loud.
We're just on the second to last batch of pancakes here. I'll bring these ones to the table because the kids are all here. Most of the kids are here at least, ready to eat. Wesley, I already set forks. Thank you, but I did already do it. We've got some crunchy peanut butter. What was that sighing for? I asked you, but then I asked you to go get the kids instead and tell them that it was lunchtime. Okay. Peanut butter. We've got some maple syrup and bananas. We're just gonna drink water.
I was like,
some school books.
Yummy.
I was getting so hungry. I was like, did you forget to tell me it was lunchtime?
I know. Okay, be careful. Lunch is just ready. A little bit late. Charity, please take care of your school books off the table so that we can all sit. There's my plate for lunch. These pancakes are so good. They are really tasty, but they have a nice crispy edge too with that coconut oil. And okay. I finished making the last batch of pancakes and everybody's like gulping up, devouring their pancakes. And now I'm sitting down to eat. I'm just having a second coffee right now. It is snack time. The kids have kind of been picking at leftover pancakes. There were quite a few left when we finished eating lunch, but they're almost all gone now. I also just chopped up a couple of, I say a couple, I think it was actually 4 apples that I chopped up here. There's the rest of the pancakes, a couple more here that someone's eating. And then I asked Wesley, what do you want? And he said, maybe trail mix. So I pulled out a couple of these. They're both like, this one's almost empty. This one's about half full. Because this one's almost empty, yeah, I was gonna say, I guarantee it's gonna be like just peanuts. There's a few other little things in there. And then this mix has the popcorn and chocolate. This one is really good. I don't know which one I'd say is my favorite, but both of these are so good. I'm actually not that hungry, so I think I'm just gonna have this for a snack. I'm looking for the flavor. Raspberry pomegranate, I believe. Yes, I'm looking at the French here. So I'm gonna have that yogurt. And then in here, I'm heading out in a couple minutes to take the kids to swimming lessons. This is ready. I just checked the temperature and it is right where it needs to be. It's cooked through. Andrew's home and I'm about to go run out with the younger kids to go to their swimming lessons. And I'm gonna go for a run. And so Andrew's gonna finish getting the rest of the supper ready. I did write down some instructions for him because he's gonna make a gravy with that sauce. He's gonna cook up some rice. So he's gonna do that while I'm away. So we'll see how that looks when I get home. We also have some leftover potato salad in the fridge. I'm gonna have that. I love potato salad, but no one else really likes it. So I find that when I have it, I have to like eat all of it. The kids will have little helpings, but nobody else really likes it. So we'll kind of do rice and potato salad as sides, as well as I just got out everything to make it really easy for Andrew. Like, here's everything. Get Charity to help you and she can peel and chop carrots and stuff. So I'm gonna eat that yogurt and I'll be back in a little bit to show you how the completed, finished supper looks. Here is my supper. Carrots. The gravy turned out really good. At least it looks really good. I haven't tried it yet. And then, oh, we're getting all fogged up here. My helping of potato salad. Everyone else, like I said, has rice. And when I got home and saw it, I was like, oh, the rice looks so, so good. But the potato salad will be good too. So that's our supper. We are gonna have some dessert tonight. So we've got a couple kinds of ice cream. These ones are both so good. How am I gonna choose which one? This one is chocolate peanut butter cup. And then this one is butter pecan. And Charity just pulled out of the pantry. I forgot about this. So I'm sure it was in the fall, we had ice cream cones and we got one case that so many of them were broken. So I just stuck them in a Ziploc bag and said, hey, we'll just sprinkle them over ice cream sometime. We'll try those out. I hope they're not stale. They're sealed well, so hopefully they're good. And that actually would be really yummy, just crumbled over ice cream. We go all winter long, like we could have ice cream. We just never do. It's definitely a nice hot weather treat. I am just ending my evening here. Looks like my cup wasn't washed very well. I'm just ending my evening having one last cup of coffee. I can drink coffee anytime. It's not gonna make me not able to sleep. It is only, let's see, oh, it's just about 8 o'clock. Okay, it's later than I thought. But that's the last thing I'm gonna have today. We had a late supper, no snack for me tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this full day of food. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.